Hey guys, before the video gets started, I would like to show you guys how you guys get notified on when we upload new content, whether it being beat videos, tutorials, or beat sessions. Just go to the subscribe button, click it, you'll be subscribed, and then click this, send me all notifications for this channel, save. And what that'll do is you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. Now time to get into the video. What is up, everyone? It is Andrew Pugh here of Beat It AT Production and Publishing, bringing you guys a new YouTube video. And in this YouTube video, I'm going to show you guys how to make your beats sound amazing. But before I get started, give this video a thumbs up. It's going to help us a whole lot. Apparently YouTube, needs high-rated videos in order to show it to more people. And also, if you want to see more music production, beat sessions, as well as beat videos, subscribe, hit that notification button so you guys get notified whenever we drop videos. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and first, let me fiddle with this so we can try and hope that we don't have any lag issues. I was having some lag issues earlier. So we're gonna go through. I already have this beat in my channel rack. I'm not gonna lay this beat out, but let's say that you guys are struggling to get your beats sounding really pristine. It just doesn't sound like it's professional yet. You got your melodies, you got your drums, but it's just not sounding right. Now, a good reason for this is it might be because of your mixing and mastering. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can improve your mixing and mastering and make your beats sound amazing. I have this beat where I just selected everything and then just put it in my mixer channel. I just pulled this up right here. Channel routing, route selected channels starting from this track. I haven't done any mixing yet. I just put a gross beat on this, but besides the point. And then on my master, I just put a limiter so it doesn't peak. But that doesn't matter because we're already going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and play what we got. Not a bad beat, there's too much going on. So how do we fix this? Oh, not that. So I'm gonna go ahead, hold Control and Shift and select all my instruments. I'm gonna pull them down about halfway. I do this because there's so much signal coming out of these instruments and they play consistently, so it's a lot of sound and it's gonna clash. So now when we play it, now it's pretty quiet. Now I do want to pull this hi-hat down, so I'm gonna pull down my hi-hat. I'm just moving over my kicks and 808s, holding Alt and using the arrow keys. So my 808's right here. I'm gonna go ahead and, so let's listen to each one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and get a parametric EQ, put on this pluck. Man, I'm using so much CPU power right now. I apologize ahead of time for the lag. Let's see if there's anything I could do to fix it. Man, what is going on with the CPU? It must be the OBS, but besides the point, we're going to try our best to push forward. I'm going to use a chorus effect because it's going to add this little extra, that little flare. Get a little reverb. Just a little bit, not too much. Pulling down the bass, I don't really care for that. Pull up that decay, wetness. pull down. I'm wanting to separate the stereo with the reverb. Just a little bass. Curious what a growth speed might do. I might use it later. So get an EQ, cut that low end. Now these are some chords I have. I'm gonna use the EQ, cut some of that low end. We don't want that because it's gonna clash with the 808. I want the 808 to become just to take up that main sub area. Bloody hell. So that's sounding nice. I'm gonna get this addictive keys now. This is my piano. Pulling the EQ. Don't worry guys, in the next video I'm gonna try to make sure my CPU isn't going to shits. I don't know what is going on. Alright, but adding this morphine now is just a little pad. So you can see how we're doing this levels. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this 808. I'm gonna do some EQ, and we're gonna do a little distortion and then compression. I'm gonna do a boost around that 60 hertz area. Alright, grab this distortion. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and get some compression going. So the distortion, I'm just adding a little texture, pulling up that mix, going up that threshold, cutting down that high in that 808 because I don't really need it. And then I'm doing that boost in here because that's a sub range. Compression, I'm going to do it up like by 2.3 dB at a ratio 2. Let's go with the 3, because if it goes over 3 dB, if it goes 3 dB over 1, it's gonna pull it down. Pull down this threshold, make it pull down the attack so the compression hits fast. So 5.6 milliseconds that compression will launch. Now guys, I do have a fruity limiter in the last slot in my master. What that's going to do is just make sure I don't go over 0 dB at all. I'm going to add an EQ on my master just to come back to that later. Here's a kick. I'm going to pull in this kick now. EQ. I'm going to go for like an 80. Do a little dip in that high frequency range. Pulling up a Maximus. There's two good presets in here that I love to use. It's a kick pump in New York compression, NY compression. Kick pump is really good for a kick though. Listen to this. Now I got this cymbal crash. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit. And in this cymbal, I'm going to just do a little bit of boost, cut the low. turn on this hi-hat again. And then my snare 8 is going to be my main snare. I'm going to just do a compression. I mean, EQ, cut that low. I don't need that low. There we go. Now, I'm going to pull down my piano. I'm just trying to create room in this mix. It's going to sound a whole lot better than what it did before. And then when this beat is done, I'll go ahead and play it so you guys get to hear the full thing. So it's not as annoying with this CPU lag. So I'm going to add a little bit of reverb to that snare. Let's see if we could fix this. Okay. We're going to just try to make sure this. Reverb on that snare 7, which is kind of like my backup snare. It's gonna add that more airy dynamic. I like adding the reverb over to the percussion. I feel like it just adds that bit of texture that you need to really have it stand out. Pretty much almost there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a sound goodizer. I like to use sound goodizer just a very like this much. Like I'm not even using it where you really be able to tell. Just to add a little bit of texture to that master channel. It's a anything that's a one knob you gotta be careful with because you really don't know what it's adjusting. And just to blindly just turn it up and down is really not the best idea. Now for here, I'm doing a little bit of a boost in this 60 hertz to 70, 80 hertz range on the master channel, so the bass comes out a little bit more. Then doing a little bit of a boost in the upper harmonics, that treble range, so it's going to sound, it's going to be more transient, so it's going to have the hi-hats and everything will just be just a bit more crisp. Not doing too much, just a little bit, rounding it off. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab Isotope Ozone 5, but you can use any limiter or maximizer or compressor to do this, because what I'm going to be doing is opening up the maximizer side, and I'm going to be pulling down the threshold, just threshold, because this is essentially a limiter, and I'm going to try to maximize the loudness. So if I look at this limiter over here, I get to see how I'm going to turn off Isotope. We're going to see how loud it is. There's a fair amount of dynamic range, so you see where it goes down and up. We could try to crunch that down. So that's what I'm going to use Isotope for, because by pulling down this threshold is going to compress everything, essentially, and condense it, and there's not going to be so much dynamic range. And that's how you're going to get your track to sound, to be perceived louder. Now, Isotope is definitely going to be using up a lot of RAM, so... Yeah, right there. Oof, that is very rough. That is really annoying. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up. This is getting really hectic with this RAM. It's honestly ridiculous. It's honestly just because I'm using some presets over on OBS, and OBS is probably just throttling so much CPU. So normally this won't happen with these videos, so I am apologizing a lot, just so you guys know. I'm well aware of this, but we're already pretty deep in this video, so let's just knock it out. I'm just adding a little bit of reverb on this piano, so now when we listen to it. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and play the beat right now, and you guys could compare what we had before and what we got now. I know it's really it's kind of troubling to hear how to pretty much the quality, because it's clipping like a motherfucker, mostly just because of the CPU. Let me see if there's anything I can do that could I'm gonna do a 32-point bit. Oh, let's see. Alright, I guess we're gonna just have to hope that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play the beat. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely think mixing and mastering your beats is going to increase the quality of the overall beat in general. I have more videos on mixing and mastering, so go check out Beat It AT TV, our YouTube channel. We got plenty of tutorials and videos breaking down how to mix, how to create chords, and also how to make beats for certain artists. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later.